G'day YouTube, Turbo Tristan here. In today's video we are going to be finding out what colour carpet I ordered for the VL. Now I'm pretty sure I've got it wrong, but we're about to find out. We're going to throw in the new dash cluster tacho, change all the globes in there, fix a couple of niggling issues on the dashboard, clean up some seats, get those all carpet shampooed and clean so they come up as best as possible considering they're 30 something years old, 36 or so years old. And we're going to throw the carpet in and start to get some of the trims in the car. So stick around and I'll show you where we get to. Alright, well it's time to see what colour carpet I got. Now if you remember back to the previous video, I don't know anything about VLs and I drove the car home, I stored it, parked it, started collecting parts. I knew that the colour of the trim was called sandalwood and I knew the seats and the door trims and the roof lining and everything was beige. So I ordered sandalwood carpet. The person that did process the order for me messaged me and said, do you want sandalwood or do you want buckskin? And I said, show me the difference. The car trim's called sandalwood. And then she showed me the two pictures and then I went with the beige one, I believe, but I was insistent that that was called sandalwood because everything else was beige. Unbeknownst to me, that sandalwood was actually brown carpet for some weird reason. So we're going to rip this open. Okay, so I got the beige carpet, but the good news is it's all going to match, and I think beige will look better than poo brown. But the purists are probably going to be really upset with me, but it is what it is. We're going fully hectic beige interior on the VL, it looks like. I'm going to finish unraveling this and get it laid out on the floor so that it can start to unravel. It's been wrapped up in this bag for quite a few months, so I'm going to undo this. So as you can see, I've put some underlay down here. This is Car Builder's Acoustic Liner. It's very, very lightweight, but it's also quite thick and spongy. Not worried about any extra weight in the car. This whole roll inside the box probably weighed a couple of kilos maximum. And I've just cut it out and put it in all of the important spots where you put your feet. More on that side where the exhaust goes because it's what I had, and just to help keep the noise down and underneath the floor there. So now I'm going to go ahead and try and chuck the carpet in. Doesn't come with any holes. So I've got my knife and scissors and wish me luck. Never done anything like this before, so throw you on a time lapse and let's try and knock it out and hopefully it doesn't go too badly.
yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Well, hopefully I didn't butcher that too badly, but yeah, I've managed to put on the rear scuff plates. These clipped in and help the carpet stay in place. I'm not going to put the front ones on yet because I need to change the seat belts out. These ones are pretty cracked and won't pass a roadworthy. Plus, safety first, brand new front seat belts. The back ones are still sweet. There's no wear and tear marks or anything on those. These are from Rare Spares. These are the VB to VL scuff plate set. So pretty much any Commodore in the 80s uses the same ones. Front and rear as a kit. The part number is DSP 1008 and really easy. The old ones are so brittle and just crusty, they just crumble and snap off. So make sure you remove all of the metal spring clips on there. And then the back ones, was my first time fitting any. It says on the instructions, make sure that you're a qualified professional, but yeah, pretty easy. Anyone can do it. So yeah, I recommend if you've got an old Commodore to swap those out. It really makes a difference. The beige carpet, I think, will be fine. There's no issues with any of that. I reckon it looks awesome. Even with this little bit just here being brown, you can't really notice it in the interior space. So overall, I'm pretty happy with that. Just going to yeah, tidy up, pack up for the day, and then tomorrow, once I've got some globes, I can do the dash and the seat belts. I can fit those in, and yeah, we'll be able to button up the interior. Got to buy a couple more bolts because I stripped those ones on the seats, and then the front seats can go in. Then it's onto glass and door cards. I've got to clean all of those up, scrub those. I might have a scrub of the center console so I can get that put in. And I know you guys are probably thinking at home, man, he butchered those carpets, but all of this is going to be hidden underneath the seats and the center console anyway, so hey, I'm not worried. I reckon it's going to look pretty mint and tidy in here. It's going to smell brand new, look brand new. The seats came out awesome and they smell absolutely amazing. So I think once this is all done and the interior's put back together, if you park the car out in the sun for a day, the seats are just gonna, the smell's gonna come through, the brand new carpet smell's gonna come through. Once the seats are in place and bolted down to the ground, the carpet will push down more. And once you've driven around for a day or something, stomping around in the footwells, I think they'll settle and be really, really good. They do have like some plastic lining on the back, which a bit of heat will mold them even better into their position. But I think these carpets were only they were under 500 bucks. I can't exactly remember, but under 500 bucks for brand new carpet. I think it was maybe even half that. There are some better quality cuts out there, and if you get the right color, hey, you'll be doing better than me. But I'm really happy with this. It matches everything else in the trim. It's kind of, yeah, I think it's awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll come back tomorrow and finish off the interior, hopefully. So just before we put the seats back in, there's another little issue that people with old cars will know about, and that is cracking, brittle. All these plastics are so brittle, it doesn't take hardly any effort at all. Rare Spares actually sell these covers to replace that brand new, so we're going to stick those on. I've already done the one here on this seat, so that's been replaced there. It looks awesome. Everything fits and it's got all the clips. So there's little clips in here that break off, and another one that goes just down here in the side that breaks off. So we're going to replace that now. Really simple. Pop off this cover. These are brittle too. Luckily I've got a spare screwdriver. Pop that guy off there. Unfortunately it doesn't come with new screws, which would be nice, but you know, if you're really finicky you could replace all of those. But it's literally a 30-second job. You get rid of the cracked, broken, brittle shit one, like this is just flogged. Take your brand new one from Rare Spares. Mate, look at that. All of the brand news. Looks the goods. And then put that in there and straight over. It's got a little locator. Push that in. One screw. Now all of the rest of the trims and plastics I've actually hit with the agitator brush or scrubbing brush on the end of a drill, and heaps of cleaner, and I've given everything a really mad clean all the way around. So that's that. Go to the other side of the workshop where the piece flung off. And then line that up like that. Bang, done. Job's right, mate. These are ready to go in. They've been all cleaned up. They smell great. There's no more butt sweat and bong water in the seats. Got all the questionable stains off the back seats too. So they're now ready to go in. I've got to make the holes in the carpet. We'll get onto that and we'll throw the seats in, but it's coming together really, really well. Got new seat belts. I went down to Rare Spares today. I got new seat belts, got new door mirrors. I've got the plastic trims for inside the car, new aerial. They only had one tail light, but I got brand new door handles. And yeah, we're gonna get that sorted, get some headlights in this thing. Door handles, interior done, buttoned up in this episode. Stick around, it's gonna be awesome. All right, so I'm in the car, brand new carpet, no shoes. Typical WOG thing, keep your shoes off inside the new, fresh new carpet. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the seat belts, which the other one is just here. They come with a little wiring system, so you get that annoying beeping noise. It doesn't have that standard on this car. There's no plugs or anything to see if someone's sitting in the seat, to let the airbags know and to let the car know and to let the person know to put their seatbelt on. So what I'm going to do, and I've already done it on this side, is I'm just going to cable tie this up along here just to keep it out of the road. Now, one thing I noticed when I was in Rare Spares today was they do sell some nice, neat covers that go over these. I didn't actually pick any up, and this project is running way over budget. So just for now, we're going to run with this. I might change them out later on in future if it becomes mandatory, or if someone wants to retrofit that beeping noise, they can. I've finished off the driver's side bottom half of the seatbelt and put the trims on. Now the trims I got from Rare Spares. Again, these ones are the right color, they match the interior. And I've got the sill plates to go on as well, all at the same time. So what I'm going to do is pop out this seat belt and then get the new ones installed, and then I can put the seats in, because it's a bit hard to do that with the seat belts not done. So I'm going to do that, come back to you in just a second. Probably getting sick of time lapses. So it's coming together. It's looking really good. I'm really proud of it. Well, the interior is about 90% roughly put back together. I've still got to do the door cards, the door handles, the glass, and the rubbers. Maybe 80% finished. But the seats are in and they're looking pretty awesome. We've got the new carpet down there. Need to give it a vacuum because there's still all the new carpet fluff sitting around, but that's all in there. It all matches. Even though it's not sandalwood, but it still looks awesome in there. And I've actually put in a tacho gauge cluster. Now this one has oil pressure, oil temp, battery volts and everything. This is the old one up here. Love that 80s styling. So just a fuel gauge and a temp gauge, a clock and the speedo. This one's got a digital clock. So I'll just flip on the key. I've got all the battery lights, the time, which I haven't set, but it's probably pretty close. And the tacho, everything there. Let's fire it up. Flick on the lights. And then we can see battery voltage going up, which is awesome. Oil pressure is all the way to the top of the gauge. And we need some fuel, but it's a bit expensive these days. But we've got the tacho. Mad misfire that I've got to sort out. The power button's on. Turn that off. So we have everything on there, which is pretty cool. Handbrake's up. Now it's not. So all of this stuff now works when before it didn't. But anyway, I don't want to gas myself, not just yet. It has been a tricky task though. One thing I love about the 80s interior, check out these slots here in the console. They're for your tapes, so you can store your tapes. And for anyone playing at home that's not an 80s or 90s kid, that's cassette tapes for your music. Not quite old enough for 8 tracks, but some of the cars that I used to get around in when I was a little kid had them in there, but tape decks, pretty sick. Then we went to CDs, but that's all ready to go. I'm gonna call it there. So we've still got all of this stuff to go in the car from Rare Spares. I'm starting a bit of a hoarding pile. I've got the old seats, seat bases, the old seat belts, and any other stuff that I've taken out of the car. I've got to get time to take photos and chuck it up on Marketplace. We've got the old headlights and indicators. So in the next video, it'll be door handles, hopefully glass and rubbers, or door glass and rubbers, and door cards. I've got to clean those up yet. They're still up in storage, so I've got to get them all scrubbed down and refurbished or refreshed as best as I can. I've got new interior trims for all the locks, handles, all that sort of stuff. There was no brand new window winder handles, so hopefully I can make do with these ones. Budget wise, I'm probably going to have to, because we've spent quite a bit of money on this build so far. Although it doesn't look like much yet, and you haven't seen all of the parts that we've bought, we're up to nearly the 50k mark. So it's not a cheap build doing up an old car like this. Hopefully you guys will respect and appreciate that by dropping a like and subscribe. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to share it and subscribe for the latest updates. They're coming through soon. Don't forget to spool up, bring the boost, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.